Hello there, and thank you for joining me in this screencast. I'm Rex Proctor. In this screencast, we're going to take a look at clip notes. So let's jump into angles. I'm going to split the view. We'll drag a movie collection on top, create a new timeline on the bottom, link the timeline, double tap Command to hide the left-hand sidebar, good little shortcut, and we'll create a few clips. The first place you can input a note is in this clip pop-down. So this is a note. If this clip pop-down doesn't appear, double tap Control. So Control will show and hide that pop-down, which is a great little shortcut to learn because that pop-down can really sort of bounce the mouse pointer around a little bit and get annoying when you have a busy timeline or composer. Now you'll notice that it's not appearing in my movie collection. So we need to go to the Options menu in the movie collection and turn Note Display on. This is a global preference. So if a note is inside of a clip, it will automatically appear in the note strip. You can change the height of the note strip by hovering over it and scrolling up and down. And this would be a two-finger gesture on your trackpad or a simple mouse wheel action. You can change the background opacity by holding Command and scrolling up and down. So we saw that we inputted the note here. You can also edit the note here as well. So I'll go Rex here. And you can input that directly when there is a note strip available on top of the movie collection. You have total control over the font styling using all the common keyboard shortcuts you probably already have memorized. So if I want it to be bold, Command B. If I want it to be italicized, Command I. I can open up the font palette, Command T, and change the font, change the size of the font, change the color of the font. So all of those common controls are all accessible. You can use emojis. So Control Command Spacebar will bring up the emoji palette and you can input an emoji. That is also available under the Format menu if you don't remember that shortcut. Now, the third place that you can edit the notes is in the right-hand inspector. So that was a double tap command to show and hide it, another good shortcut to learn, and I can edit that right here. You can change the default background color for this default note type by clicking on the color palette option here and then changing that to whatever color you want. So let's make that a little bit smaller. You can also change where the note strip appears, whether it's on top or bottom. So I'll select note position on top and that will shoot it to the top, and I can have that on the bottom like that. One of the killer features about notes is the ability to have multiple types. So each one of your staff could have their own note type, and then you can choose to turn those off or on depending on the presentation or the situation. So let's add a new note type, and I'll just call this one Rex and add it. Now if you click this plus button, it will add a whole bunch of notes. So let's get rid of those. And we'll change the default color for Rex. We'll make it red, and I can input the note. And again, we have total control over that note background by hovering on top of it and changing that opacity. You'll notice that's changing it in the inspector. And we can do the bold and all that kind of stuff. Now, at the clip level, I can show or hide that note type. So if I don't want the Rex type to be displayed, I select the clip and I can turn that off. When you create a note type and you put that into your timeline or composer and another user opens it up, that note type will be added to their list of note types. So they'll come with a selection. You'll notice here, now I've got two strips. And this can be a little bit problematic if people add a lot of different note types because you end up with a whole bunch of rows. And you can manage that by removing that from the list of note types. And then from there on out, that will then be ignored as an option for you to input. But it doesn't break the note type in terms of you can still see the note type, but you don't have the option to input it. Because if you're in here and you go, you can press tab and you can move between the different note types. Control return will then do the same thing. So you'll learn some shortcuts. So if you want to go in here, Control N will go to the next one, Shift Control N will go to the previous one and already start you inputting. If you're selected on the note and you just hit Control Return, that will then automatically input the or set up the cursor at that note type. And Escape will then close it. So a couple good tricks to learn there. Now, you might want to input notes when you're doing live marking. So let's take a look at that really quickly. I'm going to split my pane to the right. I'll create a new markup. We'll add one button. And the option here is up note or down note. So when I push the button down, it's going to prompt me for a note. When I push the button up, it would prompt me for a note. Generally, I like to do up note. So let's start marking. And I'm marking a clip, and then at the end, I just want to go in there and I want to start typing. And then I just go escape, or Command W, and that closes it. And then you can see that I've added that note on the fly. So there's lots of ways to input notes and use this notes feature. One thing I do want to say before we end this screencast, you can also order these by dragging. So if I want that note to be on top, I just simply drag the order. And that covers it for notes. Thank you for listening.